Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Friday, April 28th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer. And I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has explained the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with each of them. In doing the puja, we are connecting with those light beings and inviting their positive blessings to flow into us and also into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I've drawn the chart in chalk on a blackboard that's laying flat on a little side table here. And also to do the puja, I have some water, a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. To start the puja, I'm taking some of the water and sprinkling drops of water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to symbolically purify the space for the puja. I'm sprinkling a few drops of water on my own head, and I'm sending a few drops of water out into space towards all of you, so that whether you're watching it live or later on a replay, everyone is purified going into the puja. Now, we start with invoking Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles, and also is a patron of astrology. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and I thank him for his help with this. Now, we do a short Tamil chant asking all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank Saint Gnanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we turn our attention to the time elements that are active in my local area. We start with honoring the planet that rules the day. Today is Friday, ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus on the blackboard chart. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. At the moment, the moon is in a star called Aslesha, a star that has great energies for mystical power. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. At the moment in my area, we are in the 9th waxing moon, called Navami in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Navami Devye Namaha. Om Navami Devye Namaha. Om Navami Devye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area right now, this is Mercury. I put the flower petals on Mercury on the blackboard chart. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Now, we acknowledge the yoga and the Karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names in Sanskrit 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Ganda, which has energies that can be troublesome. Ganda, Ganda, Ganda. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Balava, which has energies that are spiritual. Balava, Balava, Balava. Now, we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. The ascendant sign, represented here with the letters AC, in my area is currently in Taurus or Vrishabha. This is the sign currently coming up on the eastern horizon in my local area. Dr. Pillai said we would begin this part of the puja with honoring the planet that rules the ascendant sign. Taurus is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus as a gesture of respect to his importance at the moment. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we're going to go around the chart in a clockwise direction, honoring all of the planets. In the ascendant sign is Venus today, so now we honor him again for being in the ascendant sign. I put the flower petals again on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Mrgashira. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can give blessings to help us towards enlightenment. And also it's a star that gives blessings for having the curiosity to be willing to try new things, go new places, eat new foods, wear different kinds of clothes, etc. We put the flower petals on Venus. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Mrgashira star is ruled by Soma, a liquefied form of the moon, in which he is a divine nectar, Amrita of immortality. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Mrgashira star, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies, today containing Venus, planet of love and beauty and joy, planet that enjoys material plane comforts and also the arts. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Mithuna or Gemini, which today contains Mars. We honor Mars, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Purnavasu, a star that can give blessings for prosperity and also for freedom. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Purnavasaye Namaha. Om Purnavasaye Namaha. Om Purnavasaye Namaha. Purnavasu's star is ruled by a goddess called Aditi. She is a great mother goddess. She's the mother even of our own sun in our solar system. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Aditye Namaha. Om Aditye Namaha. Om Aditye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Purnavasu's star, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Gemini, which is Mercury. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Mithuna or Gemini, a zodiac sign with a great range of energies, today containing Mars, a planet that is both a healer and a protector. We ask Mars to bless all those who work in the area of health and healing, and all those who work in the area of protection. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Karkata or Cancer, which today contains the moon. We honor the moon. I put flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Aslesha, a star that is symbolized as a snake. A snake has energies for rebirth as they shed their skin. And there is a healing energy associated with the snake, as in the West, we have the symbol of caduceus, the twining snakes, as a symbol of the medical profession or the pharmacies. Aslesha's star contains great mystical power. We ask this star to bless us with mystical power, along with the wisdom to know how to use this power in a productive way, and to have the good sense to never, ever abuse power. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Aslesha's star is ruled by the Nagas, ancient beings of light who have a snake-like form themselves. These are great beings who have tremendous wisdom, and they know secrets about cycles of time. Dr. Pillai says we are going through a change of cycles in time. We'll be leaving the Kali Yuga and going into the Satya Yuga, or a golden age. We ask the Nagas to help guide us during this change of cycles, to download some of their wisdom into us, and to help us remember we chose to incarnate at this time. For some reason, we wanted to be here for this. We ask the Nagas to help fill us with inspiration. Om Nagasye Namaha. Om Nagasye Namaha. Om Nagasye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Cancer, which is the moon. I put more flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Karkata or Cancer, the most emotionally sensitive of all the zodiac signs, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions. We ask the moon for the blessing of balance within our mind, within our emotions, and we ask the moon to help us to have receptivity to light, and for us to feel nourished on all levels, and to be able to be nourishing towards others as well. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. Swati star can give divine blessings, and it can also activate energies for freedom inside of us. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, archetype who rules the wind and the air element, and also is the father of Hanuman. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign that has energies for balance, fairness, and also harmony. Today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto. We honor Pluto, and I put the flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto today is sitting in a star called Uttara Ashada. This is a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. We put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 light beings who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities. Today, containing Pluto, a planet that Dr. Pillai says can help with rationality and science, and also can help with fresh discoveries. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn. We honor Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Satyabisha, a star symbolized as an empty circle. The nickname for this star is 100 Physicians, as this star has tremendous healing abilities. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Satyabisha's star is ruled by Varuna, archetype who rules the rain and the oceans. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satyabhisha's star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we pause for a moment and reflect. No, now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put more flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Saturn, a planet that helps with patience, compassion, structure, and longevity. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Neptune. I put flower petals on Neptune. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Purva Bhadrapada, a star that can give blessings to help us with enlightenment and with charity and with purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada's star is ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. I think I left out the archetype that rules Purva Bhadrapada, which is Aja Ekapada. He helps us to experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. I put flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Now we honor Jupiter for ruling Pisces. I put the flower petals on Jupiter again. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, the most the most metaphysical of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that helps with our intuition and also helps us with understanding our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The last Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Misha or Aries. Last but not least, today in Aries is Jupiter, Rahu, the Sun, Mercury, and Uranus. We're going to honor Jupiter and the Rahu first, as they are both in the same star, and then we will invoke the star. We start with Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Next, we honor Rahu for being in Aries. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Both Jupiter and Rahu are in a star called Ashwini, a star that can give blessings for speed and for healing. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Now we're going to honor the Sun, Mercury, and Rahu together, as they are also in the same star. Mercury is retrograde in addition to being in the star Bharani. So we're going to now work with the planets that are sitting in the sign of Aries. We start with Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the star that Jupiter and Rahu are both in, Ashwini star, which is ruled by the Ashwini Kumaras, horse-headed twins who help the gods. They are sometimes even called the physicians to the gods. I put the flower petals across Jupiter and Rahu. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Now we're going to honor the Sun, Mercury, who's retrograde, and Uranus. All three of them are in the same star, so we will honor all three of them first before we invoke the star. We start with the Sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Mercury, who is retrograde and is in the same star and is in the same sign of Aries. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet. We honor Uranus next. There are three planets that are in the same star. We now do Uranus. Om Ram Prashapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prashapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prashapataye Namaha. The Sun, Mercury retrograde, and Uranus are all in the star of Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti, or power, or energy. I put the flower petals across the Sun, Mercury, and Uranus as we invoke the star. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Bharani star, which is Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on, actually now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a zodiac sign that's a fire sign with very active energies. Today containing Jupiter, planet that helps with everything related to spirituality and also can help with wealth. Rahu, planet that helps us to think outside the box and be willing to make friends with new technologies. The sun, which is our soul. Mercury retrograde, a planet that gives us lessons about business and communication and pattern recognition. And Uranus, a planet that can help with success in life, higher intelligence, and also astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now I take a lit tea light and I hold it in the air above the chart that has the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle the tea light around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of the divine beings that we have just invoked. Now I take a lit incense stick, and in the air, I'm going to circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of air and also a sweet fragrance. Now I take a bell to offer the element of sound. Now I take a raisin, a small fruit to represent the earth element. And in the air, I circle that around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Later in the day, I will eat that raisin as a prasad or blessed food. Right now, I make prayer hands and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them all to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us and into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all for being here. I truly appreciate your participation and your support in this prayer circle. Right now, we have a little bit of time for a short question-answer period. If you have a question, you're welcome to post it in the chat, and I will do my best to try to answer it. We do have to end a little bit early today because Ronnie will need the Zoom link for the Shrimbrazi community call that will be coming up as well. So checking the chat. Oh, I see Evelyn asking a question. How come those few days the Sun, Jupiter, and Rahu share the same star, but today it's Mercury, Uranus, and Rahu? It should have been the Sun, Mercury, and Uranus sharing the same star. If I put Rahu into that star, I misspoke. It's the Sun. The Sun yesterday was in Barney with Jupiter and Rahu. The Sun is moving about 1 degree a day. So today he's moved over and he just entered into Barney star. So today was the Sun, Mercury, who's retrograde, and Uranus. And if I said Rahu in that star, then I misspoke. Sometimes when I'm doing this puja, I can feel different planets kind of pushing in. It's almost like a mother with a lot of children trying to feed them all breakfast at the same time. And they're all wanting something. So sometimes it's very challenging just to hold my concentration on what I'm supposed to say next. So I'm sorry if I seem a little spacey at times, but it's just a challenge to hold my concentration for me. So it's being a good exercise for me. So today it was Jupiter and Rahu that are both in Ashwini star, and the Sun has moved over into Bharani, and so the Sun, Mercury retrograde, and Uranus were in Bharani today. So they're not, the one planet is not in 2 stars at the same time. So if I gave that impression, I misspoke. I apologize for that. All right, so that's where they are. So, but it is true. The Sun is in a different star than he was yesterday. So we are watching some of the planets moving through stars, and then we see that some of the planets are, very, very slow moving. Like Pluto, I don't know if Pluto will be, how long he will stay in Uttarashada. Neptune will be in Purva Bhadrapada for a long time. These are slower moving planets. But then we see the moon. The moon is changing stars almost every day. And so you see him sort of zipping around the chart, which is kind of fun. Melissa saying in the chat, AstroVed says it's a good day for 9 planet remedies. Does this puja suffice, or is there more we could or should do? This is definitely something that would count as a 9 planet remedy because we're honoring all of the planets. I have done 9 planet fire lab for some people in the past. That's another kind of remedy you can do. This, I think, very much counts as a 9 planet remedy. And if you've done this, you've spent over 30 minutes doing this. I don't know if you need to do more than that today. Or you could just during the day, think of each planet. There is a short mantra for all of the planets. And I keep having to remember to put that into the mantra list on the club.astroved.com site. But it's a short little mantra. I just won't be able to type it into the chat and be able to spell it correctly. So you could just even say the English names of all the planets, in the order of the days of the week: the Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, and then add Rahu and Ketu, if you wanted to do that a few more times during the day to honor them. It's nice that you're paying attention to the suggestions from AstroVed. That's Dr. Pillai's astrology website. They have a lot of good information over there. So that's a response there. I would, I could say you could color that, doing this puja counted definitely as a 9-planet remedy today. All right. I don't know what else you could do. Some people purchase the statues. I have a statue set now. I could do a milk bath on them, I guess, later today. I could do that for them. There's something a little bit more I could do that I don't do necessarily every day right now. Okay, I need to let Ronnie get into the Zoom link here. So thank you all again for being here. I'll meet you all again on Monday on this channel. We love it when you hit the like button. We love it when you subscribe to the channel, as these are things that help the channel to grow and to begin to reach more people. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all. Be well. Pedro's saying he has a yantra of the 9 planets. Yes, you could do an abhishekam on those. You could also offer them a flower, show them light. And Melissa's saying, yes, you could listen. Yes, you could listen to the chant to control the 9 planets. That is definitely another thing you could do. Those are both very good suggestions. Thank you. Thank you for adding that. Namaste. Namaste.